These days in Nigeria, you speak the truth, you die. You don't speak the truth, you die. So why don't speak the truth and die? Apologies to Senator Dino Milai.
Mm.
The truth of the matter is that Nigerians had extremely high expectations of this government. I had one. I had used the word had past tense.
Mm.
In the intro, you mentioned the president having supported the past regime for 8 years, or the past administration rather, for 8 years. Probably expectations are that you have learned lessons from their mistakes and then improve on that. But what we have now is, if you ask me, we are further down the drain on several fronts. On several fronts. For instance, people used to blame President Buhari for not being proactive in dealing with security issues. Anytime anything happens, yeah, he will sympathize and then assure that we assure you
Mm.
we will deal with the and then never doesn't get on until the next incident is reported. Never gets to the crime scene. Never ever. I think it was only once I went to address some troops in the frontier and then was seen in battle gear. Then and they were doing very frail. That was when they had these medical issues. In the case of our president now, the last one that hit Plateau so badly, he wasn't there. It was the vice president who went there. But again, it was all hocus pocus, with respect. And that's why the assailants were encouraged to come back. And they keep coming back because what we have is a shadow of the military that we used to have in Nigeria. Remember that was the time when it was under heavy pressure to change the service chiefs.
Mm.
That was done. It is not the problem. So fundamentally, we have a problem with the kind of structure military we have. That's why even as Kaduna is, as a state, with all the military formations there, these guys run rampage. The Nigerian army that we used to know, I'm not talking about the other services, as little boys growing up in this country
Mm.
just after the war ended, was an army to be proud of. These things cannot happen. In fact, when I was a little boy, they said they're going to take to the police, report them out to the police, you run away. But what do I have now? There are people bearing arms and going to war as it were, shooting at armed soldiers. And the soldier man will tell you, I will do this. In those days, they say a soldier's word was his bond. But something is fundamentally wrong. So on that level, as commander in chief, I thought that probably it's not enough to appoint new service chiefs. It's not enough to say I'm increasing defense budget. It's not enough. Something is fundamentally wrong. And I think that what has happened to our country is until we agree that this is not Nigeria of our dreams, we can't get it right.
Regardless of who is at
Well,
the
it
head.
doesn't matter. The institutions are falling apart because fundamental of that address the Nigerian question. So it doesn't matter who goes there. If you just say it's corruption, it's not only corruption, my brother. People are tired of being Nigerians. Until we define the base for coexistence, this is going to fall apart. Me, if you ask me, as a member of the APC, I'm disappointed because I had high expectations. I thought that we had a man who was rumored, and I say this advisedly, to be one that has an eagle eye when it comes to catching opportunities, find the right variable in terms of the human capital that run the systems, people that bring ideas and
Mm.
see results coming. What I've seen in the last 9 months is chaotic. So everyone is okay. You excuse the fact that he brought all the people they assembled for the finance sector from one side. What have you seen? The naira are taking a further plunge. As of this morning, it's almost like 1,400
1,400.
for a
It's not
dollar.
like it's 1,400
That,
at
that,
Paramount.
that is crazy. So what are we doing?
Mm.
The economy is not moving. All right.
Mm.
We have that water refinery be on stream by December. January is finishing. We're not streaming yet. Dangote come. So these are the issues. Everywhere we seem to be. I mean, when the president will hop on the next jet every now and then, away. Secretary Blinken just left on his Africa whistle stop. All right, tour. Now I'm out to headed to France. And then a lot of these movements. Somebody said all motion, no direction. God rest his soul. One chief man of blessed memory of Auda. He said all of this motion, no direction. Doesn't make sense. So for me, it's about time we sit down and ask the question: